Down here, it's going to say Perplexity API key is required. So we're going to go grab this Perplexity API key, which again, you'd go account API, and then you're going to want API keys. This is the one that I just created in class test. Copy it, right? Or generate it if you haven't generated one yet. And then you stick that into here, right? Hopefully we make this easy for you. There's a little thing saying you need it. We've automatically made it so it's asking for it. It's red, so you know how to fill it in there. Stick that in there and then hit deploy, and now you have your strategy running Perplexity. And if I ran this strategy, which I'm not going to do right now, but if I ran this, it will automatically check every single day what are stocks that beat earnings and automatically trade those. All right. As you can imagine, you know, within a search engine and AI, you could really do a lot of crazy stuff, right? You could, you know, for if you guys are specialists in any kind of trade, I suggest trying to use something like that, right? Like let's say you're really good at making data centers. So let's say you're really good at, you know, nuclear power. Let's say you're good at any of these kind of stuff. You could actually really tune this thing to look for specific things, right? You say look for a company that invented whatever, or look for, you know, you could really amp this thing up if you want to. You could make it trade off of like interest rates, right? If Powell, if anyone from the Federal Reserve talks and says anything about interest rates, you could trade off of that. If Trump says anything, you could literally make this thing just listen to everything that Trump says. Or you say like, watch for messages by Trump, and whatever he says, trade that. You know what I mean? You could make that happen, right? Because he tends to move the markets. You know, be creative. You can do a lot of crazy stuff with it. All right. Cool. All right. Does that make sense? Any other questions around that?
You mentioned another AI you're going to use.
Yeah, what
Besides-
we're planning on doing with this in the future, this is not available yet. We're planning on using Gemini in the future with this, with their agent development kit, where you basically give the AI a bunch of tools and you allow it to just like fully trade for you, right? Well, you'll give it a mission. You'll tell it, well, your mission is to make as much money as possible. Here's a few ideas of things you can do. Check those regularly and trade, right? And here's the parameters. I want to make sure that you don't lose any money, blah, blah, blah. You could like give it, you could like fully tell it everything. You could even go as far as to say, like, you are a Warren Buffett trading bot and you need to analyze companies like Warren Buffett and place trades like that. You can give it a whole spiel and you can kind of get to trade like that.